Good morning to all of our subscribers. The FutureTrend channel is again with you, and today is important day for the foreign exchange market, the day of European Central Bank's rate decision. First of all, we'd like to pay attention on the fact that, of course, the majority of market participants don't expect any kind of changes in the rate of the ECB's during today's ECB's rate decision. Much more important will be the following ECB's press conference conducted by Mario Draghi, the president of the bank. It will be very important how he will evaluate the situation of weaker European economic numbers we have seen recently, and also it will be very important how he will evaluate the current rise in the energy prices and how he will associate such kind of increases with the future inflation expectations in the Eurozone. All in all, it will be very important the ECB's president opens the door open for exit from the ultra expensive monetary policy conducted by ECB right now, and also opens the door open for future for the future interest rate rises, probably in the first half of 2019. I think that from this point of view we could see kind of correction higher in case here the president of the ECB mentions such kind of theme, such kind of topic. As regarding the overall situation, the technical situation is a little bit tricky at the moment, because we are very close to cross below the lower threshold of the range established since January 2018 between 121.50 and 125.50, and here the break below, and it could happen today, because for sure the volatility in the euro crosses will rise today, and we have to remember that a possible break below 121.50 should take the pair a little bit lower, but we like to emphasize a kind of important supports on the downside right now. Among them are the highs of 2017 around 120.90, as well as a moving average 200 daily line, which principally practically coincides with a psychologically important level of 120. As you can see, the moving average 200 daily line located at the moment around 120.05. Altogether, the path to the downside could not be so easy for the euro right now, but we could see such kind of event in case of very negative rhetoric from the part of the ECB's president. Let's have some kind of patience and wait for the final verdict of the ECB's president. As regarding the other currencies, as you can see, the dollar yen at the moment trading around 109.35. Also here we note kind of important resistances the pair could meet on its further route to the upside. First of all is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level around 109.50. The FIBA level taken from a drop of the dollar yen from the highs of January this year to the lows of this year. So roughly from 113.38 to the lows of March around 104.63. And also here lies moving average 200 daily line around 110.25. All in all, That's why we decided to enter a small short position in the dollar yen. And we'd like to emphasize two important things that could drive the dollar yen some lower. First of all, some of recent technical indicators are overbought. Also, we note the resistances we mentioned above. Also, we like to caution you against over-positioning in the dollar yen or in the yen crosses, long dollar positioning, because of possible bigger corrections in the stock market that for sure will impact the yen crosses as well. And some later we will come with our analysis of United States stock indices and make a kind of conclusion regarding the situation and the correlation between the current trends in the stock market and the current upsurge in the yield of United States government papers. As regarding the sterling, the situation here is a kind of stable because the cable found a kind of interim floor around 139.20, but again the short-term picture is bearish for the cable but bullish for the cable from a longer-term perspective, because as you can see the moving average 200 days daily line are much lower from here, around 135.18. Also we note a kind of important uptrend line located around 137 barrier, which is practically coincides with the lows of 2018 around 137.10. So we remain rather bullish in the longer term run for the cable, while we're trading above 137 the figure. And finally, some words about the dollar Swiss, because the dollar Swiss is the Swiss franc is #1 loser against the United States dollar right now. Here we expect that sooner or later the dollar Swiss should enter a correction, taking into account the highly overbought conditions of technical indicators. And also we suggest that it's ripe for a correction and for testing of its immediately bullish trend line located around 96.40. Probably the reason of such kind of correction will be tomorrow's gross domestic product data coming from the United States. But taking into account that during a period of last 2 weeks the dollar Swiss franc was on the kind of direct shooting high, we expect a kind of correction here. So all in all, we increased our short position in the dollar Swiss at 98.40, bringing the average to 98.10, and we are ready to close on the possible test of this uptrend line we mentioned some earlier. At the moment that's all, but once again all eyes of the market participants right now on the ECB's monetary policy decision and the following press conference of Mario Draghi, the president of the ECB. See you later and bye bye for now.